Good morning, everyone. What is going on? So this morning we have, first I have Jack Stud. Good morning. And John Fox, Ellie, and then the first one that shows up on here is Nicholas, but I know some other people were before him. How's it going, guys? Kev, who am I? Where am I? You are in the right place. And your name is right there. Thomas, good morning. John Fox. Yep, you owe him a lot of money. Good morning, Amber. Good morning. Who else do we have? Frickin' Frack. Good Saturday morning. Jason Klein, good morning. Good morning, Becky and Scott. How's it going? The Beard Respect. How about that Beard Respect auction the other night? That was so awesome. I'm still high on that. Kevin, are you drinking coffee this morning? I hope so. Good morning, Jacob. There's Ellie again. Brother T, good morning. Copper Johns, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. True North, what's going on? And that's it. So, wow, we got 18 in here. Holy moly. Thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'm still waiting for my guest to show up. And there we go. I do have a guest this morning, a special guest. And let's see if this person is ready yet. All I have is a black screen. Look at that black screen. Interesting. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, let me take a look. Hold on.
This is very mysterious of you.
Yeah, I'm the mysterious one.
Yeah. So we have True North Beard Co. as a guest, Tara. If she could figure out her camera. But everyone in the chat, drop them what you're drinking this morning. There she is.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm not used to using this platform, so I had to adjust my settings for the camera. But yeah.
That sweatshirt is awesome.
It's brand new. I did wear it last night on the live.
I saw that.
This is going to be a one of one. This is Chris's hoodie. I get to wear it obviously because of you know.
Show the True North on. I gotta go inside and pack water.
Yeah. It's brand new. No, I don't want to hear that, please.
Sorry. Show the front print though if you can.
Yeah, I will, but you gotta. I don't think we really laid out the studio in a way that makes sense if he's going to be going in and out every day. But yeah, it's not easy to maneuver.
Yeah, that is awesome.
But you guys know, you've seen the front. It is on the website. This is a mock-up base. Well, not a mock-up. No longer. It is the real thing. Yeah. But I've learned this is duck print. I had no idea. But front print. The back print is still a surprise. But I will say, if you like this, you will like the back. And it's something we've been working on for about a year now. So I promise that you guys will be big fans. I'm a big fan. I'm impressed. It looks amazing.
Nice.
Really great stuff.
Nice. Dynamite, good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Babysitter Jess. And Beer Respect is drinking Bones Coffee Highlander Grog.
Grog?
Amber wants to know how the chair is.
I did not get a chance to even read. I'm an instruction booklet reader. So I'm trying to get comfortable, and if I lean back, it just keeps going. Like there's got to be a spring setting, something to tighten it. But yeah, I just keep falling back. And last night I almost fell out of it. But it's comfy.
All right. So no one else is putting what they're drinking in the chat. But let's see. Oh, Copper John's drinking Bones Coffee, another Bones drinker. Bones Coffee has like really cool artwork, and they have like a lot of different types of coffee. I heard they just came out with the Star Wars line.
Dark roast and light roast, I'm sure.
yeah, there you go. So we got 18 in here. That's really cool. And someone, I guess you guys might be wondering why Tara would be on here, because she's not a coffee drinker.
That doesn't mean I can't appreciate the flavors. However, I don't know if it would be any better if either one of us was on the show, because Chris does not drink black coffee, and I feel like if you're doing a tasting, you got to drink it in its purest form. I'm not a wine drinker. I've done wine tastings. I can still, I'm not a beard owner. I still use beard oil.
True.
I don't feel like you have to be excluded from things. I was involved in the process of us developing plenty of products that we have that I don't necessarily have, what you would expect. But there is a reason why I am here, or Chris could be, but he's packing orders. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've cut my teeth in different ways as far as tastings. So I'm excited. I think it's fun, and doesn't mean I have to finish the cup. I will pass it on to Chris.
All right, so I got this coffee in the mail, and it's not opened yet. So we're gonna get a live smelling, and on the front, look at that. Look at that.
Ta-da!
What is that? This is a True North collaboration with Carrabassett. Carrabassett Coffee Company out of Maine, of course. And this is going to be available when?
We should be dropping this on Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something that we have kind of hinted at. It hasn't been a actual conversation in seriousness. It's kind of been a secret. And as you guys all know, Brewer is like the coffee master. So we definitely got his input and took some time, as we usually do with everything, but took a little time to figure out what we wanted to do. The blend that we have from Carrabassett Coffee Company is one of their best sellers. And that Carrabassett is in Kingfield, Maine, which is like half an hour from us. So it's kind of a no-brainer to go with something that was local.
Yeah.
Now, this is a co-brand, as you saw on Brewer's bag, and you can see here. It is our logo, but it does say Carrabassett Coffee Company on the top. We're not trying to pretend that we are producing our own coffee beans, sourcing, that is a whole entire endeavor that we might be looking towards doing in the future. But we thought it was cool. Local company. We always try to work with local businesses the best that we can. And this is a very popular coffee brand in this part of Maine. And we did get, they're really, really awesome to work with. They did give us a few different blends to try out. We ended up going with this Sunrise Light Roast blend. It is a drip coffee, and it's one of their best sellers. We also had options of a medium roast and also a dark roast, and we did try all of them out. So we have like one of the other two that we did give a shot. And it wasn't just me, it wasn't just Chris. We had his brother-in-law take a look at them. He's a coffee drinker. But yeah, they have a huge like variety, at least in my opinion. I'm sure there's other companies that have more, but they get coffees from Africa, Central and South America, Indonesia. They have pour over, press. They've got, I don't know what a mocha pot. Oh, I know what a mocha pot is. It's that silver pot, right? I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Silver pot.
Yep.
Kind of built,
yeah, that's a really cool. I don't know. I always thought that was a really cool piece of equipment, even though I didn't know how to use it. As well as cold brew and espresso, and then they have a variety of like light, medium dark, Vienna and dark, and they made it so easy to work with them. It was just awesome. So it's been a really great experience with them, and I'm really proud of this blend that we're putting out. But yeah, you've got it up. It is Sunrise. You can take over if you want to.
Yeah, so this is the blend that's on their site. Of course, it doesn't have True North on it, but it does explain a little bit more about the coffee. It's a light and bright breakfast blend of Sumatra, Costa Rica, Guatemala, and Honduras. Our most popular light roast blend. Indonesia balances the Americas to produce a coffee that's really nice. So we've got 3 South American coffee beans in combination of Sumatra, which is Indonesia bean, to kind of help balance it out. It doesn't really tell you like a flavor profile on this, but we'll discover that as I taste it. And then here's their full website, and they give a really good detail on the types of roasts, coffees by category, which this is a low acid because of the Indonesia bean. It kind of lowers the acid on the coffee. By region, Africa, South America, Indonesia, and the brewer methods here. And we're going to do a pour over, which, just kind of takes you to a different page with different coffees, I guess. But we're still going to do a pour over with this one. Let's see. Stop sharing. All right, so I'm opening this bag. Get the first whiff. And it's definitely got that fruity, flowery smell, I would say. And
floral.
Yeah, floral. That's the word I was looking for. And some darkness in it too, from the kind of like the South American beans. But let's get it into our pour over.
Brewer, I've noticed when I smell like the iced coffee or cold brew coffees that are already in, the jug at the store that are pre-made, that it has almost like a off-putting bitter kind of scent to me. It tastes fine, but this is what I like. I don't, like you said, I'm not a coffee drinker. I love coffee scents. And there's such a difference between like a, unbrewed, just ground coffee bean that I absolutely love. And I love when we're like testing scents. It's a little trade secret, not so much anymore. Everybody kind of knows. You take a deep breath of coffee to kind of cleanse your palate, I guess. And that's sometimes my favorite part.
All right, so it's going to be a little bit strong. I got 32 grams in there. And let's take a look at the grounds here. So this is already ground.
Would you call this a fine ground or a regular grind? I should say grind, right? Fine.
Yeah, this is a fine.
Okay.
Yeah. A fine grind.
Fine. A fine grind.
Let's catch up in the chat here before I do this pour over. I've been neglecting it for a couple minutes here. Let's see. Stock cold brew for Jack. Stud. A lot of people love those cold brews.
They're stronger, right? Caffeine wise? A little.
Yeah. I would
Not
say
crazy.
so. Yeah, Kev is being corrupted by the non-coffee drinkers.
Is Jason in here?
Renegade Black Drip. Yeah, Jason Klein's in here.
All right.
Yeah, we do have some non-coffee drinkers supporting us, so that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Amber predicted this would be this show. True North is saying this will be available Thanksgiving night, Black Friday.
Yeah, and is a limited release. We're not doing it intentionally, but this is a new endeavor. We don't know how well it's going to go, so it's not like there's 100 bags, guys. If you want the coffee, I suggest that you make sure you add that to your cart so you can grab it. But like I said, we are potentially working with another company to develop our own. So that will be something that if you miss out on this, there will be something in the future as well.
So if you're doing a pour over of this, you want to have your water at the higher end of temperature. So I have it at 205. Lighter roasts are just better with hotter water to extract the flavors and their coffee. I forgot to show this.
Is that an electric kettle?
This is an electric kettle, yes.
I love that. I always enjoy like when you put it on camera. I think it's so like stylish.
Yeah. So that's the bloom. And this might be a little bit too fine for pour over. This is really slow, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably from the grind of the coffee causing it to kind of clog up there. So we'll work with it though. This is ground for a drip pot, regular coffee maker pot.
Yeah, Chris was kind enough to brew this for me.
Yeah, this is really slow.
And that's because it's so fine, it has to like get through all the little grooves.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so rather than like dripping through pebbles, it's going through sand.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
Now, is it only going to be offered in a ground version or in a whole bean version as well?
Yeah, right now we're going to be going with just the ground version.
Okay.
And depending on feedback from everybody, who knows? We could do whole bean. But we're just dipping our toes in the coffee, so to speak. So there's opportunities to try different things, and this was something that Chris he had on his mind for a while. He's a coffee drinker, so he thought it would be something really cool to kind of branch out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think not being a coffee company, it's okay just to sell ground coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a majority of people probably buy ground over beans. It's the easiest. Just throw it in your coffee pot or dripper machine and make your coffee. Like you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about grinding beans um, and generally, like for people that do prefer beans, they can still enjoy this, but they're probably more likely going to buy from a coffee company as opposed to like a beard oil company.
Right.
So this is good for your fans, good for your customer base. I think just offer the ground.
Oh, I see a question. I don't plan on hiding this in the closeout section. This will be probably we haven't decided yet. I don't know if I want to have a separate page, but I might put it on. It might go in the gear page. I'm not totally sure, but I will make sure there's a link in an email so you can find it easily. But you can always search in the top bar. There's that little magnifying glass on the website and type in coffee and it'll pop right up for you. And it will be $14.99.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Very nice price.
Yeah, 12-ounce bag.
Yep. So on the bag, it says Carrabassett Coffee Company, True North Beard Co., Sunrise, Light Roast Blend, 12-ounce drip grind. Fresh roasted in the mountains of Maine. On the back, it gives you some grinding and brewing tips, so it's already ground. And doesn't really give you brewing tips. Okay, up here. It gives you the grind tips for grinding for which brewer you're going to use. Whether it's French press or perk, use a coarser grind. For pour over, use a finer cone grind. I think this is more finer than that.
I was going to say.
Yeah. One thing I did forget to do was pre-wet my filter. Maybe that's making a difference.
I try to make the website as easily navigatable as I can. I guess sometimes I'm just like, man, how could I make it easier? Because I will get messages asking me, is something in stock? Or, I can't find something and it's on the front page and I'm just kind of stumped every so often. But simple is the best way to go. Yeah, I mean there might be a little bit of website tweaking as we move into the new year. But I'm going to try and keep it as fast as I can, as easy to navigate. And I'm glad that people do use that search menu because it doesn't get used as often as I would like.
So Chris says that they are also working with another New England coffee company to make us our own coffee. And I hope it does work out with that company I recommended for that. Because that's probably my favorite coffee right now. All right. So this is about done. Kev's Wood and Coffee.
Kev's Coffee Shed.
All right, let's do the live pour. It smells very sweet to me. Very light brown. So originally we wanted to do cupping, which is a process in itself. So you start with whole beans and you kind of like inspect the beans and smell them, and then you grind them. You put the beans or the grind right into your cup and just kind of like evaluate the smell. Put the water in there, and then you use the spoon method to kind of remove the top froth and loose particles of coffee.
Sediment.
Yeah. And then you take a spoon and you just kind of like dip it into the top of the coffee to evaluate it, smell it, taste it, spit it out. It's a different grind than what you would use for a coffee machine. It's a little bit too hot for me to taste yet, but the first smell was kind of sweet. Right now I'm not smelling too much. Just hotness.
I've got mine in this Yeti, the magnetic with the lid. It's like an adult sippy cup, but I am terrified to try and take the lid off and have coffee go flying everywhere, especially considering it's in a insulated mug. I don't know how hot it is. I'm a little nervous. I've been leaving the little slider cap open to let a little heat out, but coffee comes out hot, man. Oof.
Hey, Jordan. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Jose, JJP, thank you. So have you tried this yet at all?
Yes,
a
sip. I did a sip of each one before we finally made our decision. But I don't remember. It was a very small sip. I was trying to keep, caffeine free during the baking process down here.
yeah. Wife actually likes a little coffee with her sugar. Yeah.
Is your wife Chris?
Yep. All right, let's see. Very sweet. Fruity sweet. Not sweet like sugary. It's more of a
I didn't spit it out.
So what do you think? What sort of taste would you say that is?
I mean, I guess I pick up on more of the darker notes, being a non-coffee drinker.
Okay.
That is what hits me more than anything. I would say I prefer that to iced tea flavor. I don't know if it's, I don't want to say nuttier. Maybe. Iced tea to me tastes like twigs and leaves and dirt. That does not.
Okay.
No shade to anybody that enjoys iced tea.
Yeah, I kind of get that tea taste at the end there. Kind of like, so it's like a dark tea, smoky tea.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't taste like iced tea. However, I could pick up like that tea taste of what you're kind of describing. To me, so when I drink this, I feel energetic, like immediately. And it's just that fruit popping, that fruitiness, floralness popping in the mouth. Light tasting. Very little smokiness to me. Very little nuttiness. Nutty.
Yeah.
Nut smell, taste. It's not like sugary or chocolatey or caramel, which generally aren't in light roast anyway. But definitely energizing, I would say.
Yeah. That for me, I would say is easy to drink. I can see the appeal. No bitter. It's not bitter.
No. And it's a low acid coffee with the Indonesia beans in there. So the Indonesia beans are mostly Robusta. I don't know if they're using Arabica or Robusta beans in this. The Robusta beans have a little bit more caffeine than the Arabica beans. Being that it's light roast, it's going to have more caffeine than your dark roast. For my preference, I generally don't like light roast. However, I can tell that this is a good quality coffee, from this company that roasts their own beans. Just that they're sourcing a good coffee bean and roasting it properly. It does taste very smooth, very good.
Yeah,
I mean, it tastes good. It's not something that I would drink regularly, because I prefer the darker, bitter, smoky, nutty, chocolatey coffees more than the fruity, floral type.
Yeah, this is like fresh. I don't know how to. If I don't want to say it the wrong. Not like fresh compared to old and not fresh. Fresh just is in like light, easy to drink. Yeah, it's not overpowering one way or the other.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's catch up here. You should hear Kev. There's no way I would get fruity or floral out of it. Tastes like coffee, he says. So Amber, I think you'd mostly dark, medium to dark roast. Maybe you should give Kev a light roast to see if he can tell the difference. There's definitely a difference there. I know I asked Kev last week. I think he can't tell a difference between any of the coffees that Amber buys him.
Well, I'm trying my best to be a little bit more discerning, I guess, between the different roasts. And it's hard if you don't drink coffee. Like it's hard for me to really get the differences, but definitely a dark roast. Yeah, it's going to be fuller bodied, a little more depth, a little probably more bitter. 100%.
Yeah, definitely light roast is more caffeinated, Jason. And being at the stage of life that you're in currently, Tara, these smells are a lot different for you than everyone else too. Like they're more pronounced, I would say. Could be more nauseating for you, some smells.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Like I said, this was before, just not in this state of health, but smelling like that pre-made. It doesn't matter what brand it was. It could have been Starbucks, it could be the Walmart, any of those cold brew, just cold refrigerated jugs of coffee. I hate to say it, but they almost had like a slight pukey smell to them to me. And I thought they were bad. But it's just, I don't know, that's just how they smell. It's not the same as a brewed coffee that's a hot brewed like in the house from the bean ground, whatever. So this smells awesome. Like I said, it doesn't matter. I love smelling coffee. I don't drink it. I love the smell of coffee. I used to get coffee candles all the time. It's kind of inviting. It reminds me of my grandpa. And I mean, he was a Folgers drinker, so not the most, elevated palate, but it worked for him, and that's what he liked. That's part of the reason why I enjoy just learning about coffee and trying to understand it. It's just the whole process I think is so cool. All the different gadgets, all the different styles, all of that is really intriguing to me, and it doesn't mean I have to drink it. There's plenty of people who, maybe wine drinkers, like I'm saying, they're tasters and they don't even drink wine. Or like that guy, I don't know his name anymore, Adam something, but the guy on Food Network that would eat like 1 million bowls of food, he didn't eat like that during the year. It was just like a one-time thing. So it's just fascinating to me. I enjoy the process, where it's sourced, how it's, roasted, all of that stuff. And I'm going to do a quick plug since I brought up candles. We will be releasing True North Beard Co. candles, and Chris likes to call them mandals. But those will be coming out, I believe, for before Christmas. They will be available. And man, they are 3-wick candles. They're like a big, what is it, a 14-ounce candle? Yeah. So we'll have a couple of those debuting soon. So a lot of new stuff, guys. It's not just beard products. We've also, we're branching out candles as well as this awesome coffee. And then our merch drop on Black Friday, hoodies, shirts, and hats. And there might be something else special. So make sure you're signed up for the newsletter.
Absolutely.
Jason, I see you. Coffee cake. I love coffee cake.
Yeah. Coffee cake. So yeah, my first introduction to coffee was when I was probably 5, 6 years old. Wow. And my mom would drop me off to her aunt and uncle, and while she worked, and I would go in there. And so my aunt and uncle, they smoked and drank coffee all day throughout their house. Like, so their house was just like this big cloud of smoke. However, they would give me a cup of coffee with a bunch of milk and sugar in it, and their coffee cakes, Sara Lee coffee cakes. They had like a whole freezer of these Sara Lee coffee cakes. And that was my favorite part, was eating the coffee cakes.
Yeah. I thought that there was coffee in coffee cake for a very long time as a child. So I thought, I was like, ooh, I like coffee. And turns out it's not really happening. Drink.
Everything's packaged up.
Okay. Yeah, I was packing orders before the live, so
Sarah got up at 8.
yeah.
One day with packing orders. We have so many orders. Thank you, everybody.
I did hit snooze. I planned to wake up at 6, and I just
Thank you,
was
Brewer,
like, I
for doing the
can't.
show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is really fun. I love watching you make a cup of coffee. And I think Rich called you an alchemist. Coffee.
I used to do ASMR coffee bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so just, even the music, when I got on today, I'm like, I feel so relaxed just being here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I appreciate you including me in this coffee endeavor that you guys are doing. And I get a stamp of approval. This is good. This is really good, especially if you like light roast. This is a good company, Carrabassett Coffee Company, out of Maine, Maine-made, Kingfield, Maine.
Yeah.
But yeah, they roast it really good. Now, do they have a coffee shop, like that you can go in and have coffee, or is it just like the roasting company?
I'm pretty sure that it's only roasting.
company.
They don't have a shop, do they?
Who?
Carrabassett. There's no coffee.
I don't think so. I think
shop.
you can go in there and you can taste coffees and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
tastings and such. But as
Yeah.
far as an actual shop,
We
I
always
don't
met
believe
up
so.
Directly with one of their people and kind of went over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have coffee. They also have tea,
Mm.
I guess. I bought a couple teas last night that I'm really excited about. Not the same, but seeing that kettle makes me want to get one for my tea.
Yeah, this was $60 on Amazon.
I like it.
Works pretty well. In Tasting is called.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check
In
it out.
Tasting. Yeah.
Very cool.
Just hook it up to this little flat thing that heats it up really quick. Just takes a couple minutes to get to 200 degrees. Yep. All right. Well, my shows aren't that long. They're not like TNT or True North Tuesdays or anything like that. Or even
That's my
Beard
fault.
level. No, that's totally awesome to have shows that go very long. But this is just a quick coffee show. And appreciate you coming on to share this with me and to allow me to taste this first.
Yeah. I'm happy. I was so excited to get it out to you. When we got him in, yep, we just bagged it right up. Like, send it out. He's got to get his hands on this. So, no, thank you for having me, and thank you for featuring us, and appreciate it. Everybody for coming out and hanging out and watching me sip on a sunrise blend from True North with Carrabassett.
Absolutely. So something I've learned in the last few weeks is the show is ending before I intended to. So I'm going to allow a 10-second pause and then click end stream so that it ends at the right time.
Okay.
I guess that's why you have outro videos to kind of cover that time. But thanks everyone for coming in. Dynamite. We had like 22 people in here at max, I think, which is awesome. Mark Johnson's been listening while working. Appreciate you, Mark. Amber, Jose, Kev, Thomas, Frickin' Frack, Jason Klein, Bearded Respect, Becky and Scott, Kevin Amber, Jack Stud, who is Will, right?
AKA, formerly known as.
Yes. Oh, Andrew Rosato is in here. I missed him earlier. But have a great weekend, everyone. This is a short weekend, or it's going to come fast because before you know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving. You got to get the turkeys out defrosted this weekend. Start defrosting them. And I'll see everyone on this show next Saturday.